His guys are on the board here in this first quarter. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. It usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. Gano now following the touchdown, here to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you?
Stephon Diggs, the 30, 10, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Stephon Diggs with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. Bailey got the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Newton. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a Carolina 1st down on a gain of 16.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a 1st down. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
20. He's brought down at the 37-yard line.
This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Danielle Hunter. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. From the 50, Newton. Eluding the pressure right. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
Switch up, switch up.
Now Cook running right. Cook with a first down and much more. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Throwing, Cousins, and nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Here we go.
Here's Cousins. Being chased, and he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Off the edge, Mario Addison gets the sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget.
Check 13.
On third down, Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 35.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Cousins to throw it. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Cousins now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here.
You better be ready. Check 50, check 50. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
To throw, Cousins. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Bailey's kick is good. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Third and short yardage, Cousins. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Great. Switch. Great.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. He's got the first down here inside the 30. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
And that'll set him back 5. Delay of game penalty. Ships him back 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 10. He may try and run for this. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And while it's highly unusual for NFL teams to think about using their quarterback on key 3rd down runs, none of those teams, save one, has Cam Newton. He's unique, one of the biggest quarterbacks.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Cam Newton. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Mike is 59.
Cousins. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. K1 Short able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And the Vikings first down.
6-6. Pull it high. Hey, Haywood.
They just do get the playoff. Now Cousins. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Chopper!
Throwing is Cousins. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Kyle Love, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
Panthers 14.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Now Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Charles, thinking back to what you said in the first quarter, that part of the magic elixir for a road victory for these underdogs was going to be winning the turnover battle. Well, they only have one right now. Look at the scoreboard.
Yeah, not exactly playing to the form that I subscribed, right? When you talk about winning that turnover battle, that evens things out, especially for a road team, especially for a team that's an underdog.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. Now a run with McCaffrey. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a Panthers 1st down, 17 yards on the play. Newton now to throw.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
23 yards on the play.
Let's bring it. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
Great.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches, you say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Let's get off the field.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Here we go, D. Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. 8.
Out of the gun, Newton.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Flushed out. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Turnover that just got them the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a 1-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here, then?
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook 85 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Again, Newton. Escaping, Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. To throw is Newton. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget. Absolutely. Cousins now after the fumble recovery. Going deep for Diggs. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now, a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. But now it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Now Newton. Buying time to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. On 1st and 10, Newton. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. Wright's got him, and he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. A shotgun snap for Newton. And that'll be caught. Touchdown Panthers. Olsen. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Panthers, they're able to draw a bit closer. Now Newton will bring the Panthers up to go for 2. One last throw here for Newton. It's complete, and he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They